the biggest thing is that they're pretty shy, and that's not a bad thing, but shy in the aspect of they're not used to critically thinking about what they want to do after they graduate. They haven't critically thought about themselves outside of their athletic identity. They've never really nurtured and developed those other identities holistically. So I think that the biggest thing is kind of the personal and professional development. Obviously, that changes a lot throughout their athletic careers organically and genuinely and authentically, on and off the court, track, field, or whatever may have you. But I definitely think that personally and professionally, it's a big thing, because some of them have never had any job experience. You have nothing to put on your resume because you think that, you being a student athlete isn't a job. But, just trying to talk to them, get them to open up and realize that you have a lot to offer as a student athlete. You've been working a job, and it's a full-time job. So I think, just trying to get them to realize that the more that you develop yourself professionally now, you'll thank yourself in the future.
That's nice. And I got a follow-up question to that.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at ourselves in the mirror. So going back to when you were in college, what do you think your biggest weakness was when it came to personal professional development, when you came to Brandy Stewart crying your eyes out? What was your biggest weakness?
Oh yeah, Michael. So it's funny because I'm sure you all both know my BFFs in Ashley Jocelyn and Crystal Peterson. It's funny because I think it was maybe a Tuesday or a Thursday night, and I was like, "Hey, let's go to Frogger's. Let's go get some wings. Let's go hang out." And they were like, "Hey, we have a program," and I was like, "A program for what? Like, what do you mean?" So it started off with my friends kind of like not wanting to hang out with me because they were focusing on personally and professionally developing themselves. And so that was kind of my reason for getting involved in student athlete development. Don't tell Ben Rodriguez, but they were denying me. They told me we had Chick-fil-A. So I was like, you know what, I'll go to this program and, see what it's about. And I think it had to be athletic identity, where I realized like, crap, I've never really thought about who I am outside of an athlete. So I think that my biggest weakness was my personal development. But I think that quickly changed with the high level of involvement that I had in student athlete development at the time.
That's good. Okay. So let's take a step back real quick and please explain to our audience what student athlete development is, all the different hats that you and people like you in these positions wear, and how you serve student athletes. Because I'll tell you what, especially on the football team, unless we were in the building, we had no idea like that was even a thing. That there was mock interviews and working events and athletic identity workshops and dining etiquette and all these things. We were just like, I'll work with athletics. All right, cool. Yeah, all right. We had no idea that these resources were even available. So what is it?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. And student athlete development looks different per institution. So speaking for Mississippi State, we are committed to growing and creating these confident, independent leaders for life after sport. I know you all have heard that before, but we are also, committed to their holistic development. So we are providing programming in personal, professional, and leadership development. That programming ranges obviously from talking about different things like emotional intelligence, talking about facing adversity, conflict management. We're talking about the extent to which they identify as an athlete. We're talking about their personal brand. We're talking about mental health. Personal finance is really big for us right now. We've hit really heavy on professional development. So we're doing a lot of stuff around networking, resumes, interviews. We work really closely with our career center. So making sure that the student athletes know about the different jobs that we have available, also allowing them to intern with the department within athletics. So it's just a wide range of things and programs that end up being these interactive and very engagement, like 45-minute workshops. So we do all of our programs on a class basis. A lot of schools do their programs on a team basis. But we kind of start and focus more on personal and leadership development, first and second years, transition out of that personal to specifically leadership and going a little bit into your professional towards your third and fourth year. And now we all know with COVID years, and we have, 6-year seniors now, that they can focus really heavily on their professional development as well. So we just kind of try to hit across the board, making sure that we're making complete, fully functioning humans is what we'd like to say.